Hello and welcome to the third rail. We have a new addition to the collection this week. I just received this BR50 in Deutsche Bahn livery and I thought we should have a quick look at it. First, let's have a quick model overview. The model appeared in the 1987-88 Märklin catalogue and features in the bottom half of page 11. It's reference 3315 and it's a series 50 of the Deutsche Bahn goods train locomotive with a top tender. It's a direct translation of the German term Wannentender. A digital version was also available at the same time under reference number 3615. The model measures 26.9 centimeters between buffers. It's equipped with a standard 3-pole motor and an electronic reverser. That's the type which has a relay mounted on a PCB in the tender. The model has 5 driven axles and 4 traction tires. The model is equipped with 3 electric lights at the front of the engine. It has relax couplings at the back, which allow use with remote uncouplers, for example, and a simple coupling hook at the front of the locomotive. As was the case with all steam models of the era, it is prepared for a retrofit spoke unit. Now let's have a look at the prototype. The BR50 was a locomotive designed as part of the standard locomotive program of the Deutsche Reichsbahn. The design was ready in 1937, but production only started in 1939 after raw materials had been allocated for locomotive production. This followed a transport crisis from the winter of 1938, which highlighted serious infrastructure issues in the area of goods and passenger transport on the German rail network. The start of the war increased demand for this type of locomotive. This prototype had a very low axle load and could be used on practically any lines. This made the engine very versatile and it became the most successful locomotive produced as part of the standard locomotive program. In the end, over 3,000 units were produced. Production could not keep up with the demands of the war, and in 1941 a simplification program was put in place to accelerate the production. And in 1942 the first simplified BR50, known as BR50 UK, Übergangskriegslokomotive, started rolling out of the production lines of quite a few factories around Europe. In this version, anything non-essential was simply stripped out. The obvious items, for example, are wind deflectors or side windows. At the end of the war, a combination of 2000 BR50 UK and BR50 in original shape were transferred to the Deutsche Bundesbahn. A few accessories were retrofitted, such as the wind deflectors, but the top tender from the war remained in service, for example. They remained in the same shape until their decommission in 1977. Right, after this 20,000 feet overview, let's have a look at my 3315. So, here is its box. It's in good shape. Not too many scratches, just a few storage marks. That's normal. It's got the right tray. That's okay. Let's take the model out now, if I get it the right way. I think the plastic tray is missing its sleeve. I don't think the locomotives of this type came without a sleeve around the plastic in tray. We've got some paperwork, but just a user guide, no warranty. Not too much of a problem, but it makes it a bit less original. And let's get the model out of its tray now. There we go. Doesn't look too bad from here. I'm going to put it on its presentation rail and we'll have a closer look. And here it is. Yes, it doesn't look bad at all. So let's have a closer look. You can see all those details on the boilers. That's the typical Märklin work. Very, very good. All the painted details are still there. The tender is as it should be. No scratch, nothing on that side. Let's have a closer look at the wheels. So let's move back the other way, starting with the tender. You can see all the details at the undercarriage of the tender. The bogies are in plastic, so they're unlikely to show any paint defects. On the main locomotive side, everything looks to be in order. The rods are still in very good condition. Yes, and you can see the Kriegs locomotive disc wheel at the front. Let's have a look at that side from another angle. Yes, you can see the wind deflectors are still all straight. The bell is there, the domes have not a scratch. Windows need cleaning. And the tender is in good shape. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's have a look at the face of the locomotive. All the three lights are still there, no breach in the plastic. Wind deflectors are definitely straight, the running number is there, no problem at all, and the coupling and buffers are absolutely spotless. Let's move on to the other side. No problem with the wind deflector, the chimney is intact, the safety valve is there, I think it's a safety valve. Lovely details on the boiler. We have the realistic missing window. No problem on the tender. Let's look at this from the side a bit closer. Yeah, all the painted details are there. I can't see a scratch to speak of. I do like the steam engines from Märklin. So well made. Let's have a look at the undercarriage. Disc wheel at the front again, as normal. Rods are all there, still with their paint. Nothing, no scratch. Yeah, very good. And the plastic bogies at the back are intact, which is good. They break a bit on some models in that era. The back of the tender is also in good shape. The single ladder is there, which is how it should be. We've got painted lights, that's also correct. Right running number. Yeah, everything's there. This is what a wartime Wannen tender should look like. Let's have a look at the top of the boiler now from another angle. I can see that the chimney looks to have a few scratches. Someone must have been using a smoke unit. Not to worry, I consider this minor. So, what's the verdict? Well, I think that I can look past the missing sleeve and a few scratches on the chimney. I think it's a very nice model. So, let's have a look at what this locomotive could pull. Its number reflects a prototype which was in service before 1968. And fortunately for us, Märklin had 2 pages full of freight cars on page 84 and 85, which could fit very nicely. I have some of those in the collection, and I have no doubt they will look very nice behind this beautiful example of a 3315 in one of the upcoming running sessions on the new layouts. Well, we've reached the end. Thank you very much for watching. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much also to the few among you who have subscribed to the channel. It's always rewarding to see that people are showing some interest, and it keeps me going. Thanks very much. But for now, bye, and until next time.